Absolutely.
All right, so our last one, another expansion to Thunderstone, which I think most people would possibly be pretty familiar with.
Yeah, I hope most people are familiar with Thunderstone. I mean, Thunderstone, this is now the 6th release, so we've done two base sets and 4 expansions, and it's still doing absolutely fantastic for us.
And just so we have this, so this is Thunderstone Heart of Doom.
Heart of Doom. So this Doom. So yeah, this is the one that tells the story of the kind of apocalyptic battle with the evil entity that the players have been collecting the Thunderstones to defeat. So this sort of brings that story to a climax. I bet the card that I want is probably not going to be on the top of one of the piles, but
one can hope.
One can always hope. There's the monsters, there's the randomizers. No, it isn't. But basically, I think it's a really exciting expansion because it was.
Here, well, we'll at least do that.
Because it was the last expansion to tell this particular part of the Thunderstone story, the Battle of Doom. We've tried to come up with some different takes on the way the game plays out. So although we haven't got new card types in here, the way the cards actually interact in the game is quite different to what we've done before. So you can do things in the dungeon that you wouldn't normally have done, and you can do things in the village that you wouldn't normally have been able to do, and everything's a little bit topsy-turvy in terms of the village and the place that the players have to go to take on Doom. So there's some just different takes that change the way the dungeon works, the village works, the way the heroes in the dungeon work, and I just think I think it's a really, really interesting kind of mechanical take, just in the way the cards have been designed, and I think I am really, really pleased with this set. I think it's going to do a lot for people who like Thunderstone. I think they're gonna play with these cards and go, oh, cool, you know.
Well, here's the tough question then. Since it's been such a good seller for you guys and lots of expansions, which is your favorite expansion? I know everyone rolls their eyes at that question.
I love them all.
They're all your babies.
They're all our babies, right? And my favourite expansion is always the one that's just releasing. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I fall victim to that too.
I do feel that we've done a lot in this. I really, really enjoy playing with this expansion. And there's going to be people out there saying he would say that, wouldn't he? But I mean, you know, that is a genuine answer. I think all of the Thunderstone expansions have brought something new to the table. For me, what this one brings is I just like it's the simplicity of some of the things that we've put in there, that while being simple still change the way you think about putting your deck together and drafting your deck. And Thunderstone is, I suppose Thunderstone in some sense is more traditional of a deck building, that you're building a deck to do something for you, so you're fighting the monsters, as opposed to Nightfall, which is that head-to-head thing. And I just think there's some really simple, elegant little designs in here that when you see them in a village, you're going to change the way you think about doing things. And I think some of the monsters are going to change the way you think about approaching the dungeon as well. So it's not like there's a new card type or a specific new thing. I just think there's a combination of little things that we've put in there.
Yeah, new flavor on it.
That really sort of change up the way you play. And at the end of the day, I often think with games, it's about giving you a different play experience. When you bring out an expansion, you want to say, well, that changes the way I'm going to go about buying things in the village, or the way I'm going to go about attacking monsters in the dungeon, as opposed to just, oh, hey, it's a new card type. And so we're all for doing new card types when we think they bring something new to the game. But I also like just changing things. I mean, this one is great. I just want to top. I don't know whether the camera is going to catch that one or not. But this is a hero. It is actually a village card rather than a hero card, and as a dungeon action, it allows you to buy a village card. So when I talked about a different wrinkle on things, that card's maybe a good example. Because it's a hero card that's in the village. It's a card that when it's in the dungeon lets you buy a village card.
Yeah, really kind of mixing the two halves there.
Yeah, it mixes the two things up, and so that's the kind of thing we've done with this. And there is a card in here which does represent that big apocalyptic battle. I just put my teeth back in. I'm really, at the end, where you can play a variation where you shuffle as many Thunderstones as you've got into the dungeon, and they have an impact when you fight Doom at the end. But if you fight Doom and don't win,
Toast.
Toast, done. And then there's a little epilogue in the back. I don't want to tease too much, but there is a little epilogue in the back which just starts with, tell us how you came to Tala. And that's the story of what happens when people wake up from fighting Doom.
Now see, that's the perfect teaser to end on. That then, now they must go find out.
Now they gotta go find out, yeah.
Well, thank you, Mark, so much for stopping by and plowing so quickly and very efficiently, I have to say, through 3 games. Look, there's my clock of doom.